Howdy, Jesse McDougall here, another book review, and we're going to cover the first business book I ever read, probably 17 years ago. Donald Trump, The Art of the Deal. This is an old school book too. It's got like that old print and stuff in it. So yeah, this is the first business book I ever read. Amazing book. Just shows you from a macro perspective how to put a deal together. You know, what's a deal? You don't know what a deal is. Just put the deal together. Just get the deal done. Every deal you do in business is different. There's no set algorithm or one way to analyze it. It's just a lot of it's getting done, getting people you don't know, you got to find the person, just getting it done. This is a great book. The biggest thing I took out of this one was Donald Trump. Any issue he doesn't know about or his enterprise doesn't have an expert in, he finds the best person on the planet for whatever he's looking for. In this case, they were building an ice rink in New York, I believe, and the previous contractor just took too much time, went over budget, under-delivered, so Donald Trump came in and he said, well, who are the people that make the best rinks, ice, in the world? Well, Canadians. So he went to Canada and found the best guy who knew everything about making ice and brought him in and finished the contract, over-delivered, and yeah, it's great. So definitely learned a lot, and then especially where he's at now, running for president. I think he inherited $1 million from his father. He's second generation. Took $1 million and became a billionaire, which is insane. Hear a lot of people talk bad about the guy. They say like, oh, his father gave him money. I'm like, yeah, but he took $1 million and made it into I don't know how many billions of dollars. It's a pretty big stretch. That's a huge thing that you do. So he's second generation, and now he's running for president of the United States, which is kind of amazing on its own. And it looks like his family is being groomed well. So to me, from what I see, it looks like he's created a dynasty, his whole the whole family. Now there's a Chinese proverb that says wealth rarely ever lasts 3 decades. So Donald Trump's dad, Donald Trump, and now his kids. We'll see how his kids can do. So if the kids can make their money last and keep the assets running and keep a business going, they are in the top point whatever 1% of people that ever existed on the planet that have been able to do that. So if you're a business owner and you're in your 60s, you're retiring or whatever, and you've kind of made your money, because a lot of times I hear from people that are rich and successful, once you've kind of made it, it's not all that's cracked up to be, right? But if you have the competitor spirit, obviously if you're an entrepreneur you do, and you have the competitor spirit, next goal you could set yourself up is, well, okay, well, what do I do with my money? How do we keep the growth of my company going when I'm not in this world anymore? So that's another challenge you can challenge yourself with. This book, back to the book now as opposed to just talking about entrepreneurship. This book's fairly short. It's 350 pages, but the font's pretty big in here. Yeah, no, I read this book before I went to business school. So yeah, I definitely recommend this for anyone with business interests, just to learn about Donald Trump, especially if it's interesting with people, like they form opinions when they don't really know what they're talking about. Like the one I usually hear with Donald Trump is, oh, well, he's been bankrupt twice. Yeah, he's been bankrupt, but business is like playing chess. In some situations, it's a strategic financial move to declare bankruptcy. Nothing's ever going to be easy. Like there's no one smooth sail walk to the top. Like I think the easiest way to be at the top would be just to walk a mountain. Most of it you could just climb a trail up the mountain, but it's the summit peak. Once you get to the top, then there's a summit peak. So in my definition, when I climb a mountain, I don't go just to the top of the mountain. You get to the top of the mountain, then you got to climb the summit peak, and that separates the people from just climbing and that'll go to the next level. So I'll wrap this up. Donald Trump, Art of the Deal. And I think he still talks about this book too in his campaign and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to see him running for president. Anyways, take care. Any questions, email me, let me know. Thanks.